Hey everybody, and welcome back to AMU. So a few years ago, I had an opportunity to go to a really fine restaurant in Tucson. And as a matter of fact, I was with my twins and we were having dinner, and the manager came in and said hi and welcomed us to the restaurant. And my sons were so impressed, and so was I, because the general manager would even come out. And I've got to tell you, there's something about managers meeting a client early that really builds the reputation of a dealership, or any business for that matter, as we found out. So I want to introduce to you guys what's called the EMI, the MMI, and the LMI. Now, an EMI is an early manager introduction. An MMI is a middle manager introduction, in other words, right in the middle. A LMI is a late manager, maybe an intervention. Let me explain why this is so important. Somewhere along the line, either you are going to introduce them to the manager, maybe as you walk by the sales office, or your manager is going to see you with a client and come out and say hi to your client. And that introduction will sound something like this. Hi, my name's Peter. I want to welcome you to Certified Benson Beamer, and we're so glad you're here. As a matter of fact, you're with Andy. I got to tell you, Andy's a great guy. He'll take good care of you today. And Andy, if you need anything, just let me know. Then maybe in the middle of the process, the manager might come out and see how things are going. And just to check in, no long conversation. And then at the end of the process, whether the client buys or doesn't buy, the manager might come in to say, how are we doing? They might help put the deal together, or they might say, thanks for coming in. But it's a constant involvement, if you will, of the manager at the dealership. And what we find is when managers get involved early, middle, and late, there's a lot more rapport built among the clients. Like me, who was at the restaurant in Tucson years ago and felt so proud that the GM would come up and say hello to me. And my sons thought I was a baller. Dad, you've been here before? It makes a customer feel comfortable. It makes them feel welcome. Years ago, Marriott did some studies. And what they found was when a client came into a hotel and they knew that they had been there before and they welcomed them back, it led to a lot more rapport. If a client's been here before, it's important to welcome them back. If the client hasn't been here before, it's important to welcome them, period. So let's practice those EMIs, those MMIs, and those LMIs. Let's get good at that. Let's make sure we ask our managers, when would you like me to introduce you to the client? Again, it's quick, it's a touch and go, and then you can go on and do your thing. We'll talk to you next time on Auto Mastery University.